Hello everybody, welcome to this week's video. Today I'll be talking about Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 4, and explaining the history of the Tiber family. Some of the information that I'm gonna go over won't be revealed until Episode 5 of the anime, but if you've read the manga, you should be fine. I have to say, when I first watched this episode, I didn't love it, but after watching it a few times, it's grown on me. Some of the scenes are moved around a bit, but the pacing seems to be pretty good. It's kind of funny because all of the manga readers think it's going too fast, but all of the anime onlys think it's going too slow. Honestly, just enjoy these little moments while they last, because this is basically the end of anything lighthearted other than flashbacks. This episode really continued to deepen each of these new characters and the understanding of how the outside world treats Marley. Still, I feel like we haven't been with the new characters long enough for the events of next episode to be really impactful. We start off the episode with Falco sending letters for Eren. The poor kid doesn't even realize he's being used. He just wants to be helpful, which makes it so sad. Next we move to Magath meeting Willy Tybur for the first time, and I feel like these parts are a bit difficult to understand, so I'm gonna try to lay it out. Basically, the Tiber family is a family of Eldian nobles who are considered the saviors of Marley because they were the first Eldians to turn against King Karl Fritz of Eldia in the Great Titan War. They used the Warhammer Titan and sided with Marley, which ultimately led to Marley's victory. Since then, their family has actually been the highest authority of Marley, granting them power and freedom, but the family has stayed mostly in the shadows. They're the holders of the Warhammer Titan, but they've kept the shifter a secret and not used it in Marley's army. You can clearly see how well respected Willy is versus the other honorary Marleyans like Reiner. The truth is that the Tiber family actually conspired with the 145th King Fritz during the Great Titan War to side with Marley and bring about the downfall of Eldia. King Fritz wanted to bring the downfall of his own people because he'd been feeling immense guilt over the oppression of Marley that was started by the earliest Eldian king. Together they completely fabricated the story of Helos, who was said to be the hero who slayed the devil of all Earth. The Eldian king then fled to Paradise Island, where he created walls out of the colossal titans. He threatened that if anyone from the outside world tried to attack them, then he would use his titans to crush them underfoot, when in reality the king completely renounced war and would not retaliate if they attacked. He used the founding titan powers to erase the memories from the subjects of Ymir, but it did not affect the royal family, who would continue to inherit the founding titan. Everyone with royal blood who inherits the founding titan would also inherit the king's will to renounce war, which is why they could never break the cycle. Essentially, in the king's attempt to make up for the tyranny over Marley, he condemned his own people to endless oppression and enslavement. Willy said that the Tiber family granted Marley freedom and power to atone for what Eldians did long ago, but Marley just used that power and freedom to oppress Eldia. They've continued the cycle by becoming the oppressors, and they've justified their actions by saying Eldians used to be the tyrants, so they deserve it. The reason that Willy showed up now is to unite the nations against Paradise so that Marley can succeed in destroying them and finally gain the founding titan powers, which they'll use to control the other nations. More of this will be explained as we continue on and learn more about Ymir, but this is the gist of what we've got so far. If you're still confused, I made a video a few months ago completely diving into the history and the morality of Attack on Titan, so I will link that below. We break the tension a little bit with this silly Peak crawling on the floor moment. People were really foaming at the mouths because this got cut last episode, so I'm glad they did end up putting it in. I kinda like the placement of it in the manga more, but it's not that big of a deal. Moving on to another war meeting with more dumb men. Even Porco is fed up with their stupidity. I'm glad that Peak points out that it was wrong to send 4 children on such an important and deadly mission all by themselves. Yet here Marley is prepping 4 more children to lead another war, thus making the same mistakes over and over again. Falco beats Gabby, and these small moments of joy really show how naive and manipulated these kids are. It seems like the depth of war is lost on them, just like it was lost on Reiner, Bertold, and Annie. They're putting everything they have into becoming warriors when this is just a sick tactic for Marley to trick children into fighting their wars for them. We did not get to see Zeke and Colt go play catch, which is slightly disappointing, but we did see Falco confess to Gabby, although it's Gabby, so it completely goes over her head. I loved seeing everybody's reactions waiting to see what she was gonna say. Even the Marleyan guards were invested. Next, we're back to Falco receiving love advice from Eren of all people, Mr. What am I to you? I will say, I feel so bad for Falco here because he seems to genuinely enjoy talking to Eren, but Eren is just using him. Falco was an easy target because of his kindness and Eren manipulated that. We also see the baseball glove, which is foreshadowing, and Eren definitely sounds like Reiner talking about going back to his hometown. Falco leaves and Eren meets his grandpa for the first time, a very touching first meeting if you ask me. Eren definitely knew what he was doing when he asked Dr. Jaeger if he had any regrets about his own family because he has seen it all before in his dad's memories. He had no empathy in his eyes as he watched his grandfather have a breakdown in front of him. Moving on to the evening event with all the officials of the world where we finally get to see some people of color in Attack on Titan other than Mikasa, of course. We really see how much the rest of the world hates Eldian and even Marley. We also get an idea of how loved Willy is by the people even though he's Eldian. It's because it's believed that his ancestors were the savior of Marley, though this is a complete lie. Finally, the festival is here. The juxtaposition between how Falco gives Gabby ice cream versus how Mikasa gives Eren ice cream is super hilarious to me. We also have a Papa Reiner paying for everyone, including Porco and Peak. I really love how the anime has been including more of them together. These cute scenes really help to develop the warriors into characters that we know and grow to love right before Isayama rips them out from underneath our feet. We end off the episode with Gabby in a food coma saying that she feels like everything is going to change. Gabby really should have kept that to herself, huh? Anyways, I hope you guys stuck around after the credits because we got the Eren reveal to Reiner, but I'm gonna wait until next episode to talk about that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, comment the present emoji because of the holidays and let me know what your thoughts were below. Bye!